When I started taking off the mask and using transparency, you know why I always say communication is your activation? Because listen, every good counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist, social worker, what are they going to do? They're going to ask you and me questions. Why? Because they know when we begin to talk, we are activated. And so when I found the place of just being transparent and being vulnerable and letting people around me, I didn't need them to have all the answers to my problems, but I made a decision to trust, not based on feelings, but based on decisions and actions from other people around me, that by their actions I knew, even though in their life they maybe made a mistake and hurt me, but their intention was always to see me win. I had to get to a place of trusting people, not based on how I felt, but a decision on how I knew they really believed in me. And that was terrifying, but I had to do it afraid. And that brought that place of accountability. Because man, there was those times that I would want to change, I needed to change, but I always ran. But when I allowed those people into my space, they couldn't make me be better, they couldn't make me change. But when I would have that emotional fight or flight moment, they could hold me like an anchor. And so when I always tell all of you right now how hard work and good choices will create opportunities, in the middle of the time when I was in prison facing 15 years, not supposed to be released till 2024, but in 2009 and 10, I stopped making excuses. I faced the thing that I was the most afraid of. Can I be real? There's a lot of you in here that come from traumas, hurts, and pains, and they're real, and they're painful, and it's been a struggle, and even the last 20 months has been full of adversity. But you know what we do? We don't want to face it, because truthfully, it's easier to use it as my excuse for me not having to face who I am today. And so when I got to the place when I stopped making excuses, and every single day I looked at this word, change the world, and I said, today I'm going to make decisions that bring this closer and not push it farther away. What I've realized is that for everybody that drives in here, when you get into your car going home, or when you may jump into your mom or your pop's car going somewhere else later tonight, I want you to realize that in the mirror, it says objects in the mirror are closer than things appear. Why? Because what you see in behind you, even though it may seem farther away, it's right here. I promise you, this season, this chapter, this year, these next few rhythms of your life, it's going to pass. But what you can extract from this thing is some resiliency. And literally, I live my life with this cup half full and not half empty. And has it been easy? No. Have I had to learn to pivot? Yes. But at the end of the day, man, if you will lean in and face the thing that you're the most afraid of right now, which is uncertainty and uncomfortability, and to continue to say, in the middle of the chaos, I'm going to continue to do exactly what I know I need to do for my future. This is why I need you to have a plan. I'm not talking dreams and goals. I want your dreams and goals, but I'm going to call them a plan, because dreams and goals are ideas. There's something in the distance. No, man, this is your plan. That thing that you're passionate about. I don't care if it's a graphic designer, an engineer, a social worker, an educator, if it's starting your own company, being an entrepreneur, an investor. I don't even care if it's you wanting to be an influencer, but I want you to begin to do it with everything inside of you, that thing that you're passionate about. I want you to throw that against the wall, man, and it can change over time. Your goals, your plans, but I need you to start feeding something that you're moving toward and starving these things. And when you begin to do that, I promise you, I was in prison. My world was chaos. I leaned in. I wasn't afraid to feel. The prison started a program. Hey, they wanted to take an inmate and have him go all across the state of Indiana and speak and communicate and to share. I didn't know. But why I always say hard work and good choices will always create an opportunity in the middle of your storm is because it's real. I was just there working on me. Behavior, attitude, how I treated people. And when they picked the program and they went to find somebody, I got selected. 2.5 years later, the governor of Indiana writes the letter. This young man's effective out there that he is in here. And I walked out of that prison at 23 years old, or at 27 years old, 3.5 years later. And I got to my hometown, and everybody said, Nathan, you're an idiot, you're a failure, you're never going to change. And man, there were so many times in my life that I was serious about changing. I was serious about trying to face this thing called me. Or I would have a heart to go make a difference. Or I was just sick and tired. And I would go talk to my friend or to my family member, and they didn't believe in me. And they kind of stepped on me with their words. And I walked away discouraged. And in my head, I said, you know what, forget it. I might as well rock it till the wheels fall off. Why should I even try? How many of you have you had those exact moments? You went to tell somebody about something serious about you were wanting to face and a change, and they didn't believe in you, and they stepped on you with their words, and you walked away feeling hurt and wounded, and you're like, forget it. Why should I even try? What does it matter? Anybody else in here besides me? For sure. And you know what I realized in this time? That when I had enough self-awareness to know that those people had the right to feel that way about me, because times past, they had heard this song before. So instead of getting offended, I just decided this time again, I wasn't doing it for anybody else. I wasn't trying to find any kind of value from an external source. I was ready to face and to do this for me because I wanted to get to the root. No more Band-Aids. No more fear of facing my feelings. No more fear of the failure. No more fear of the opinions of the people around me. And so this time I just decided I'm going to make so many good choices. They don't have to believe my words. I'm not doing it for them. And I'm going to make so many good decisions. They won't be able to deny my actions. When I tell you guys hard work works and make good choices, good things happen, the reason I mean it is, man, I'm no different than any one of you. Your story, my story, it's just the story. But I've gotten to a place, man, where I'm just all in. I'm just all in on the belief that your life and my life is a beautiful symphony. And when I began this journey and all of my struggle, and in 2017 and 18 and 19, when I became the most booked school communicator in the nation, and we did schools in Tokyo, Guatemala, Zimbabwe, Brazil. And I only shared that and I said, oh, look what Nate Harmon did. Nope, I'm telling you, in the middle of your chaos, if you will embrace this place, which is you, in the middle of your uncertainty, and continue to throw that thing against the wall and take steps towards it. We live in a world, in a generation where everybody is lazy. And you know, truthfully, for all of us individually that will lock in and not talk about it and not post about it, but roll up our sleeves and just go get it, that's kind of a good thing. Because it doesn't matter how gifted and talented and qualified anybody is. Hard work works. And if you will apply yourself and put in effort, you will separate yourself from the crowd.